Oh, the fear of life, the fear of being me, the fear of living, the fear of feeling the void that we're all carry inside, the void, the disconnection, the chronic disconnection from life, from source. And the disconnection we're so afraid to feel that we're constantly medicating it, that we're constantly running away, that we're constantly, oh, honestly, escaping from, really escaping from. So what can we do about that? How can we be here? How can we feel? Because perhaps for a while you don't even know what you're running away from. But I'm telling you, deep, deep inside, you're actually running away and constantly seeking and constantly trying to acquire, constantly trying to numb out and to make other distractions so much louder, so much more, could be even toxic, so that it numbs your fear of disconnection. Your fear of disconnection, it's what drives you in loops and in loops, seeking and yet repeating the same patterns, repeating the same compulsive behaviors that numb you further and disconnect you further, making you somewhat functional and yet super unsatisfied because you don't want to address the number one cause that you're still running away from. And it's the fear of feeling that emptiness, the fear of feeling the abandonment, the unmet needs, the not being seen, not being loved, not being accepted, not being yourself. So it's this fear of not being you. And when I say not being you, to be truly you, you need to connect with what's real. And with what's real, it means you need to know yourself beyond your story. You need to know yourself beyond your biology. You need to know yourself beyond your conditioning. And that is where you find you, the real you, the true you, the magnificent you. But to find that, you will have to question and you will have to let all of the noise to fall apart. And when all of the noise can fall apart fully and completely, can completely disconnect from constantly creating that treadmill of chasing the carrot, dangling carrot in front of you and never getting to that satisfaction. So when you can really stop racing and trying to taste freedom on the outside, looking for connection and this and there, not realizing that the actual disconnection that you're trying to medicate and you're trying to acquire and you're trying to accumulate is trying to connect to yourself with the capital S, yourself as the biggest self, the existence itself is yourself. And so it's this conundrum that we're all in, this chronic disconnection from self, chronic disconnection from God, chronic disconnection from the intelligence of life, from nature, from the energy of creation and the creator, not as a disconnected persona that is here to punish you, but as the existence, the vibrancy of existence, palpable existence itself, everywhere, omnipresent at the same time. And your direct link to it is clouded by fear. Clouded by fear of what you might find if you let go of all these ideas and stories about yourself and intergenerational imprints upon yourself and all the disturbing emotions that you're so identified with, or all the repressed emotions that you're still repressing and identified with. And the fear and the fear. Oh my God, what happens if I no longer attach myself to the meaning of all these collective stories that were passed on from generation to generation to generation that are actually taking you away from fully being one with who you truly are. It's the illusions that are based upon the true reality, the magnificence of beauty to that reality, and the absolute peace that surpasses all understanding of that reality. And we continue chasing and chasing and numbing and disconnecting and medicating and medicating and medicating the chronic disconnection that we feel, constantly trying to find it outside ourselves, in this object and in that person and in that old relationship and in that past relationship and in this resentment we carry and in that jealousy we still can't let go of. We're constantly looking for connection. In the hatred, self-hatred, in the hatred of the other person, we need to hate for connection, because at least it gives us something. Because if it doesn't give us that something, who the hell are we? And we're so afraid of being nothing. Not on a human level, but on the deepest level. And then we're so this deep inner nothing, we're so afraid to be nothing on the human level as well. So we're constantly grasping for something, constantly grasping onto the fleeting energetics of existence itself, of the always becoming, constantly changing reality. And we grasp onto something that is always fleeting, thinking that will complete us. But the actual completion comes from you discovering that you never been disconnected, that you always is the totality of existence, the universes upon universes, that your mind can never wrap itself around it. It can only be it. It cannot know it through thought. It can only know it through being it. So in knowing it, that you've always been looking for all your life, through truly knowing it, through truly discovering it in your whole being, waking up from the story, waking up from the emotions, waking up from the fear, and finally finding that unquestionable knowing, unquestionable belonging, unquestionable beyond even belonging. Belonging is just a superimposed word on the oneness, on the isness, undividable isness that you are with everything, the intelligence of life itself, the creation itself, the miracle itself, the awe, the energy. The energy. You are pure energy. But you still think of yourself as being a story. But you still grasp for connection to heal your disconnection. And everything's going to be taken away from you. Everything. Until you start looking and seeing that which you never lost. So when you really find that which you never lost, that which will never be taken away, that which is always here with you, which is so beautiful, mysterious, miraculous, fundamental, absolutely fundamental, closer than your breath, then that can inform a very different kind of living. That can inform a very different kind of life. A life that is truly coming from the totality of existence itself, the most benevolent presence that can be for the greatest good of all, because all are included in you. And so when you know that everything rests in you, there's nothing that's lacking anymore. But it is from that chronic disconnection that we are entranced in lack. We are devoted to lack. We are numbed by lack and the energy of that. And until we discover how full we are, nothing is lacking. And only growth is possible from that point on. And only more deep freedom is possible from then on. And only playfulness and stewardship of this gorgeous planet and its beautiful habitants, all 8 billion of them and all the species, and how we can steward this in relationship and oneness and unison, knowing that all of it is within you, that all of it is you, all of it is a creation of you, all of it is the artistic representation of mastery, of your magnificence. When that is known, you don't need to look for anything anymore. Seeking is no longer the game. Finding and expanding becomes the natural trajectory that is effortlessly evolving into a different kind of human, a different kind of humanity, a different kind of relating. Unknown, and yet every single step of it shows up crystal clear, within trust, within connection, within oneness, within the beauty of being alive, within this miracle that you are, within this intelligence that we are. So the fear of being me, the fear of feeling the emptiness, the darkness, the ugliness, the distortion of human existence will have to come through you, in you, inside of you. And so my life had such distortions in full blast and colors of all of the distortions that we can think about. And how blessed I am to go there and to face that fear of diving into the energy and the memory and the story, so that can also be whole, so that can also be made okay, so that the push and pull of hating it, repressing it, resisting it, and being attached to it can no longer drive our existence, so that we can be an empty vessel, plugged back into source, and function and operate from that place. So my invitation to you, upgrade your operating system so that you can also experience a different kind of living. The possibility for humanity that is available energetically right here, right now to all of us is mind-blowing, is literally out of movies. We are living the future. We are able to enter the golden age. And that is the invitation. All right. Much love.